Hello everyone and welcome to another React video. My name is Draven and today we get to do a blind react, and also this one comes from our Buy Me a Coffee page, which if you haven't been there yet, here is the QR code and the link is down in the description. And what you can do is you can go there and buy us a coffee. It helps support the channel. You can buy multiple coffees if you'd like. But what happens is when you buy a coffee and you leave us a suggestion for a song, please include a link to the video you'd like us to react to. We're going to bump that one up to the front of the line. And that brings us to today's video, which comes from user Perma's Modding. And they bought us a coffee and they said, since you've been enjoying some Japanese music as of late, and you just put out a reaction to Ado's Usewa, and listen, I probably didn't say that right. I'm a old white guy from Canada. Lower your expectations on my pronunciation of Japanese words, okay? It's not gonna end well for you if you think I'm up here. I try. It might be wrong. Moving on. Want to introduce you to another Japanese solo artist whom some may say has some Ado-like qualities, that being SERRA. Behind Sue Metal from Baby Metal, SERRA is probably my second favorite vocalist at the moment, which for SERRA, I always recommend the same song that got me into her. The song is called Eyeris, but it is a remixed version of an older single of hers. Well, Perma's Modding, thank you so much for that coffee, and that's exactly what we're checking out today is the remixed version of Eyeris by SERRA. I've obviously never heard the original, so I have nothing to go off of. What I am going to do is completely blind react to this one, and then before I do my final thoughts, I'm going to go and watch the original and do a little bit of research on SERRA as well. So I'm going into this with zero information. That's typically how I like to do it. And you'll see throughout the reaction, I'll have the thought bubbles coming up. If you're new here, we have thought bubbles so that I'm not just talking over the video all the time. So with that being said,
shut up, Draven.
Let's go. Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, I love a good pause. Hell yeah. That was a big hit. So much talent in Japan. Insane. Love they had the violin just right in the middle of the mix. Very cool. Sorry, I'm gonna talk over this a bit. Does she always have the mask on? Is that like her thing, or is that just for this song? Shut up, we'll talk about it later. Is she wearing a Kingdom Hearts pendant, like on her dress part? It looks like the Kingdom Hearts heart. This has been fantastic so far, by the way. I know I'm not saying much, but I don't want to talk over it. Whew. Drummer was just getting it too. Hell yeah. Woo! That's a note. The bassist is all the way down to the floor. I love it. Yo, that was that was something. That was Eyeris, the remix version. Let's go talk about it. So after hearing SERRA for the first time, I actually went and listened to the original version of Eyeris, which didn't have a video. So I went over to, streaming platform of choice, Spotify. And I listened to the original, and to me, having only heard the remix once, it sounded really, really similar. Like, it didn't seem like there was too much that was different. So I actually hopped on the Google machine and said, hey, what's the difference between the original and the remix? And basically, it's just like they zhuzhed it up a little bit, like they changed the tempo a little bit. They made it feel more like you could play it like in a club kind of thing. So probably like more bassy kind of sound to it, and like just more upbeat. So nothing like crazy. They didn't strip the entire song down and redo it. It's just yeah, they just uplifted it a little bit, a little fresh coat of paint on there for the same song technically, but small differences that to me I didn't overly notice. But regardless, that's what they did, and this song was fantastic. One of the things I really loved is how the violin player was like right front and center, or front, side and side. Anyway, they were on the screen. That's what matters. Usually when you hear accompanying instruments like violins and things like that, horns, things like that, they're always just in the song. You never actually see the performer that does it. So that tells me that that's a regular thing for SERRA to have that violin in her music, to the point that the person is in the video. So I think that's very cool, and it's one of those things that you don't see very often, at least to anything that I've ever seen. I did ask a question during the reaction that if she wears the blindfold all the time, or if it's just for this song. Like, I didn't know if this was for an anime or like a video game or something, because I also noticed what looked like the Kingdom Hearts heart, but it turns out that she actually wears the blindfold and the silver wig for all her public appearances, so she looks completely different under that. And I think that's very cool. It's cool to have an identity like that you can actually just go to the store after, or go to the mall, or go anywhere, and you don't get hounded by a million people. And with the parallel to Ado, or Ado, Ado. I haven't said it like that since the first video. I don't know why I said it like that. Ado, nobody knows what she looks like, right? So she's always kind of shrouded in light treatments, or in a cage up on the stage with, again, light treatments that block out what she looks like. So she can just wander around, and from what I've read in the comments from you guys, she has a tendency at her own shows to just wander around the crowd before the show starts, and nobody has a clue. And I think that's pretty cool. Like, you might have been at a show waiting for it to start, and then you just, like, someone bumps into you and they say, oh, excuse me, but like in Japanese if it's in Japan, and that was her. Like, I feel like that's super, super cool, and like, you'd never know. And yeah, I just think that that's a very cool kind of thing. So the fact that SERRA does the same thing, and SERRA was actually the lead singer for a band called Salty Dog from 2018 to 2022. I haven't heard, obviously, anything from them. I didn't really dive into it more than that, just the fact that I saw that she was the singer for that band. But she's got awesome talent. Like I said, Japan is just fraught with talent. It's stupid how good everybody seems to be in friggin' Japan. I haven't heard a bad artist out of Japan yet. So I think is very cool. So thank you once again, Perma's Modding, for the coffee and the suggestion of this. And now it's your turn. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hype it up. Let me know if there's another SERRA video that you'd like me to check out, or another artist like SERRA that you'd like me to check out. We're always looking for new music here. And in the meantime, YouTube thinks you're going to like this one, so go ahead and check that out. And as always, we'll see you at the next one.